Good evening, denizens and degenerates of YouTube. My name is James Shimo, and I am back yet again. This is Jack of All Trivia. This is the Inner Geekdom League, and this is another King of the Mountain qualifying match for the Inner Geekdom Championship match. I am not alone here tonight. I am joined by the comic book lad, a man who has already qualified for King of the Mountain, Mr. Grant Gregory. Grant, how's it going?
It's going really well. I'm really excited to see these two. It's going to be the battle of which one is the better J by the end of it. So it's really interesting to see.
Very true, very true. Who's the better J, or who rolls the better J, I suppose. And in that case, I'd probably give it to Mr. Burns here. But one way or the other, we are in for a heck of a match. For those of you who don't know, obviously, Grant has already qualified for I would argue to say the biggest championship match in the Inner Geekdom division here in Jack of All Trivia, or at least to date. King of the Mountain, which is going to be one of the biggest tests for any competitor who steps in the ring. Grant, how you feeling going into that match before we get started here?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Wish I knew about it beforehand. Don't know what I got myself into. It really depends on the competitors that we have in there, because I mean there's what, 4 more spots to go, so this is spot 1 of 4. So yeah, it could end up being very similar to the match that I originally played to get in there, or completely different. Either way, I'll be happy.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely going to be a lot of wrinkles in there, but we are here to determine who is going to join you. Obviously, you have joined me in order to scope out your competition, so let's see what they've got to say. I will defer to you to interview both the arsonist, Mr. Jay Burns, who was actually in that match that you just competed in, and another rising star here in the Inner Geekdom, Mr. J.D. West, as he likes to be called, the Brawler. Take it away, Grant.
All right, so we'll start with the arsonist, Jay Burns. So you're coming into this match after your loss in your last match versus myself. How you feeling about a chance of getting straight back in there and into the final?
Oh, I'm definitely coming for that title, and if it means that I have to go through an hour-long King of the Hill match, best believe I'm gonna do nothing but study and get there. And if it means that I have to go through the brawler tonight to do that, then that's what's gonna have to happen.
So what are your thoughts on your opponent, JD West?
I just heard about the King of the Mountain match today, and it'll be a great chance to prove myself if this doesn't burn me down today.
So let's just say, are you confident, JD, in this match?
We'll see. I'll just leave it at that. We'll see.
Oh, all right, Jay. Any final words for your opponent?
Good luck, and hopefully it's a good.
All right, JD. Any final words for your opponent?
Nope.
All right, I'll throw it back over to the host.
All right. Obviously, the arsonist is very confident. Then you got the Brawler, who, he's not. Well, he might be confident. He's not overly confident. As we all know, that can always be a downfall. So we'll get right into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, this is a King of the Mountain qualifying match for the Inner Geekdom Championship match coming up in just a few weeks. First to the ring, he is none other than the arsonist, Jay Burns. And his opponent, he is JD, the Brawler, West. All right, gentlemen. Round 1 in Jack of All Trivia in the Inner Geekdom League. It is going to work like this. You will each be getting 8 questions from 8 geeky categories. You will have 15 seconds to write down your answers. When time is called, I will call upon you by name. You will show your board, and you will speak it at the same time. So that way we know you aren't cheating. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. There is no stealing in round 1. There is also no penalty for an incorrect answer. Keep in mind, gentlemen, you do have 4 options to repeat the question throughout the course of the match, and 1 challenge rule at your disposal. Any questions? All right.
Nope.
JD, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Jay, are you ready?
10-4.
All right. Grant, how about you? Are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready. Let's do this.
All right. Then without further ado, let's get it on. Ding, ding. All right. Question number 1 is going to come in the category of Star Wars. Who has the final line of dialogue in Attack of the Clones?
Gotta say, I'm a big fan of the Star Wars. I love Spock. He's my favorite character.
Very much so. I don't know. I'm a Gimli fan myself.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, repeating the question. Who has the final line of dialogue in Attack of the Clones? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to Jay first.
Yoda?
That is correct for 1 point. JD?
I had Obi-Wan.
Ooh, sorry about that. All right. The arsonist is taking first blood. All right. For the next question, let's go to Grant.
All right. Question 2 is in everyone's favorite category of Middle Earth. What does Aragorn say to Gimli and Legolas just before the three leave to rescue Pippin and Merry from the Uruk-hai? Have you ever been rescued by a former king or a future king?
Can't say that I have, though I believe Prince did save my life with a few of his songs.
That's fair enough. Yeah, no, I was looking for a little bit higher of royalty.
Very true. 5, 4.
Can I get a repeat, please?
Okay, that's 1.
All right, so in the category of Middle Earth, what does Aragorn say to Gimli and Legolas just before the three leave to rescue Merry and Pippin from the Uruk-hai?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, JD, what do you got?
Couldn't pull it.
All right. And Jay?
I think I'm wrong, but is it the leaves of Lorien don't idly fall?
That is incorrect. Grant, what were we looking for?
We're looking for Let's Hunt Some Orcs.
Yep, let's hunt some orc. That is very good. All righty. Let us move on to a brand new category here in Inner Geekdom, Pirates of the Caribbean. All right. What pirate superstition is used to mark Jack Sparrow as a target for the Kraken in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest?
Would every answer for Pirates of the Caribbean be acceptable as rum?
Rum is the answer to a lot of problems.
Or where's the rum? But why the rum?
Or why is it all gone?
Exactly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Okay, let's go to the arsonist.
Was that the black spot?
That is correct for 1 point. JD.
Black spot.
All right, very good. JD is on the board. All right, Grant.
All right, in the Wizarding world, in what year was the first Harry Potter film released?
Definitely got to know your Potter history if you're gonna be a competitor here in IG. That's for darn sure.
Absolutely. It's definitely one of those things that I've been studying up on, finding out different things. Did you know there's a character in there called Hermione? I did not know that until recently.
Oddly enough, I did. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to the brawler.
2001.
That is correct for 1 point. Jay.
2001.
All right, both of them got it correct.
All right, so after 4 questions, we have a score of Jay in the lead with 3 and JD with 2. So still anyone's game.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. All right. Well, let's see how well that trend continues. All right. Question number 5 is going to be in the category of Star Trek. Who directed Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
I've got to say, even with both the Wrath of Khan and Into Darkness being connected, Khan looked a little bit different. I think he might have changed ethnicities there somewhere along the line.
Just slightly. He might have, I think he whitewashed his skin just a tad. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alrighty, let's go to Jay first.
Is that William Shatner?
That is incorrect. JD?
Leonard Nimoy.
No, he directed the following 2, but we were looking for Nicholas Meyer. Nicholas Meyer. A little lesser known. All right, Grant, take it away.
All right, so in Marvel, in Deadpool 2, what is the name of Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend?
Underutilized character, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think I would like to see her on the Avengers.
Yeah, depending on what Disney decides to do with those Fox properties, we will definitely see how they choose to use her. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, JD, what do you got?
Hayukio.
That is correct for 1 point. Jay? So you had, I would say, there we go. Good work on the spelling, but you got it. Yeah, we'll give it to you. All righty. Question number 7. It's going to be in the category of the DCEU. In Justice League, Barry Allen's dad was falsely sent to prison for what reason? All right. If you had to pick a preference, Grant, between Flashes, Ezra Miller or Grant Gustin, which would you go with?
I think I'd probably be better friends with Ezra Miller. So far he hasn't fucked up any timelines, so it's a good start.
This is very true. That's very important in a Flash.
Either way, I get to say whenever anything goes wrong, damn it, Barry.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to the arsonist.
Is that a murder he didn't commit?
You're kind of right. We were looking for something a little more specific. JD?
Wasn't it the murder of his wife?
Killing Barry's mom, his wife, Nora. Yes, that is correct. But since you both got the gist of it, we will go ahead and give both of you the points.
Okay.
All right. And the last question.
Can I challenge that?
You absolutely can. All right. So
because it's specific in who he murdered, not just general murder.
But the question and the way he asked it was, what general crime did he commit? What crime did he commit to be falsely imprisoned? And that would be a murder. You don't have to go specifically killing your wife. As long as murder is in the question, I don't think I should get challenged for that.
Yeah, it should be challenged because his victim was important who he murdered. He just didn't murder some random.
It doesn't matter. Murder is still the qualifier of it, is what I'm trying to say. You don't get any special treatment for murdering some rando versus murdering your wife. It's still a murder. You're still going to be charged with the same crime of murder.
All right, we'll go across to James for his decision.
Here's, I do agree with the way it was worded. I wasn't necessarily saying who did he kill in order to be sent to jail. I asked what crime did he commit. Technically, it was a murder. It wasn't necessarily just murdering his wife, but yes, there was that element to it. I'm all in favor of giving Jay the point just because specifically it was a murder that he did not commit that had him sent to prison. What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, well, the way the question's worded, it says Barry Allen's dad was falsely sent to prison for what reason? Right. Murder was the reason. The person effectively is irrelevant when it comes to it. So I stand by the initial point.
As do I. So apologies, JD, but just based on those findings alone.
Just the
we're
way the
gonna
question was
continue.
worded. If it was who and everything, then yeah, I'd understand
If
that.
I asked specifically who is he charged with killing, that would have been a totally different story. But so yeah, we are going to continue to award Jay the point. The score stands as it is.
All right, so I'll go on to the last question then.
Yes, indeed.
All right, in the very specific category of mixed bag, who plays Queen Gorgo, the wife of Leonidas, in 300?
I enjoyed 300. Rise of the Empire, not so much.
Yeah, I enjoyed 300. The second one, not so much.
No.
Didn't have that Snyder flavor to it.
Nah, it was all over the place too. Like different timelines, 3 different stories. Like what was up with that? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to the brawler first.
Couldn't pull it.
Didn't have it. Jay?
Would that be the sexy and mysterious Lena Headey?
Lena Headey is correct.
So make sure you spell it right. Yep.
Yep. Didn't want to pull a John Roca there.
Yeah.
Headley.
All right.
All right. So at the end of that round, we have still a close race. We have Jay with a score of 6 and JD with a score of 4. So they're both shooting 50% or above.
All right, so definitely not an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination. In that case, we will go ahead and move into round number 2. Now, as we know, round number 2 is where fortunes can turn in a matter of seconds. There are 12 different categories in round number 2. I will be using a random number generator in order to determine a category for the competitors. That way it is completely out of their hands. They have the option of choosing to mulligan, unless, of course, they land on the categories of opponents or player's choice. Each question in round 2 is worth 2 points. They will be getting 5 questions from the specific category that they are given. If they don't know the answer right off the bat, they can check the multiple choice. However, they will be the value of the question will be reduced to 1 point in that event. And there are steals available in round number 2. Jay, since you were in the lead, you have the option of going first or deferring to JD.
I will defer.
Okay. JD, I am generating your number as we speak. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. You landed on category number 3, which falls on major cities and locations. Would you like to keep that or would you like to go again?
Spin again.
Okay. You landed on category number 1, which is Back to the Future.
Nice.
All right. Back to the Future it is.
Okay.
All righty. So a lot of people would argue whether or not this category even belongs in IG. I defend it to the death, but...
And so does my girlfriend. She is an absolute pro when it comes to trivia on this.
All righty. Well, then let's hope we never see her in a match where this one comes up, because otherwise all these guys are getting slaughtered. All right, JD, are you ready for your first question?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1 in the category of Back to the Future. What baseball team is reported to have won the World Series when Marty and
The
Doc
Chicago
Brown...
Cubs.
That is correct for 2 points. Didn't even let me finish the question. Nicely done. All right. In Back to the Future, Doc Brown tells Marty that he got the plutonium for the time machine from a group of what kind of people?
Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Iranians, B, Libyans, C, Pakistanis, D, Haitians?
Libyans.
That is correct for 1 point. Okay. JD, question number 3. What is the name of Marty's girlfriend in the Back to the Future films?
Sorry, the tip of my tongue, but I'm going to multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Julie, B, Jenna, C, Jennifer, or D, Julia?
Jennifer.
That is correct for 1 point. All righty. Question number 4. When Marty pretends to be an alien and scares his father into asking Lorraine to the dance, What planet does he claim to be from?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Mars, B, Pluto, C, Tatooine, D, Vulcan?
Tatooine.
That is incorrect. J for the steal.
Can I get those answers one more time?
Yes, I forgot new rule here. I will be giving the multiple choice answers when the steal is available. Is it A, Mars, B, Pluto, C, Tatooine, or D, Vulcan?
I'm gonna say Mars.
That is incorrect. We were looking for
It's
Vulcan.
Pluto.
No,
Oh,
I am Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
That is correct, Grant. Well done.
I had the wrong nerdy reference.
It's all right. All right. and last,
So did I.
last question in round two for you, JD. Category of Back to the Future is: what did Doc Brown say that Old Man Peabody planned to breed back in 1955?
Multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, pine trees, B, cherry trees, C, orange trees, or D, lemon trees?
Lemon trees.
That is incorrect, Jay. Is it A, pine trees, B, cherry trees, C, orange trees, or D, lemon trees?
A, pine trees.
That is correct for 1 point. All right.
All right, I'll give a quick score recap. So JD improved his score. He's now in the lead. He has a score of 8. But with that steal from JJ has 7, and he still has his questions to come.
All right. So I would say a decent round all around by the brawler, but not an insurmountable situation for the arsonist. All right, Jay, are you ready?
Dear RN Jesus, hallowed be thy rolls, thy dodecahedron be done.
All right. You landed on category number 6, which is the category of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do you want to keep it or go?
Doesn't it have shell? Turtle power.
Let's go ahead and spin that one more time.
All right, here we go. You landed on category number 5, which is the category of the MCU.
I'll take it.
All righty.
I have a choice, but
Yep. Okay. Question number 1 in the category of the MCU. What nickname did Tony Stark give Thor in the Avengers, which was brought up again in Thor Ragnarok?
Point Break.
That is correct for 2 points.
Damius Stark.
All right. Question number 2. What does Caecilius call the Ancient One when she attempts to stop him from fleeing with the ritual pages?
I'm pretty sure I know it, but give me multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, liar, B, hypocrite, C, traitor, D, deceiver?
Hypocrite.
That is correct for 1 point. Alrighty. Question number 3. Who directed Captain America, the First Avenger?
Multiple choice. I'll know it as soon as I hear it.
Okay. Is it A, Joe Johnston, B, Louise Leterrier, C, Scott Derrickson, or D, John Favreau?
It's Joe Johnston.
That is correct for 1 point.
Fucking knew it.
All right. Question number 4. In Avengers Age of Ultron, what does Pietro say to Hawkeye before darting off with his sister?
What? You didn't see that?
That is incorrect. JD for the steal.
What? You didn't see that coming?
No, he didn't. I would say he just gave that same answer, so that is incorrect. The answer we were looking for was keep up, old man. All right.
Darn it.
Question number 5. Final question for JD in round number 2. In Thor Ragnarok, how long does Bruce Banner say that he has been the Hulk?
I know of his wife and his thirst to avenge her death.
5, 4,
I think it's for Jay, not JD.
2. Yeah, it's Jay.
Repeat.
Okay.
Yeah, because you said JD, so I might have confused him.
No, I could have sworn I said Jay, but all right.
You said JD.
Okay, my apologies. In Thor Ragnarok, how long does Bruce Banner say that he has been the Hulk?
Two years.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Grant, where do the scores stand heading into round number 3?
All right, so we had decent showing by both competitors. Jay's lead is now 5 with a score of 13-8. So he's ahead by 5.
Okay, so there's still an opportunity for JD to come back here, but we will see what happens. This is going to be the round that determines who enters the King of the Mountain match for the Inner Geekdom Championship. Round number 3 is going to work like this. Each competitor will select 3 numbers between 1 and 15. The first question that corresponds with the first number they selected will be worth 2 points, the second worth 3, and the final worth 5. At the end of this round, we will either have a winner or we will be going into sudden death. Jay, since you were in the lead, you will pick your 3 numbers first.
3,
Mm-hmm.
15, and 7.
3, 15, and 7. All right, and JD, your numbers, please.
12, 9, and 14.
12, 9, and 14. All right, JD, you are trailing, so you will be answering your questions first. All righty. Your first question is category number 12. And that is going to land on the category of DC films. All right, for 2 points, JD. What is the name of the ancient evil who feeds on fear in Green Lantern?
Parallax.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good pull.
All right, you are still trailing by 3 points, so we move on to category number 9. And category number 9 is going to be the MCU. All right. For 3 points, JD, what is the name of the male nurse who provides music during Doctor Strange's surgeries? It's a slightly deeper cut. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's
Nurse,
up.
Nurse
Sorry,
Johnson.
that is incorrect. We were looking for Billy. His name is Billy. All right, this is it. Your 5-point question.
And you have 3 repeats left, JD.
Yep, do not
Okay.
forget about that. All righty. We are going to be looking at the category of number 14, which is Middle Earth. All right, for 5 points and the lead, to send it back to the arsonist. When Saruman reveals that the ring wraiths have ridden out to find the ring, where does he say that they have rode from?
repeat.
Okay. When Saruman reveals that the ring wraiths have ridden to find the ring, where does he say that they have ridden from?
King Theoden's castle.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, advancing to the King of the Mountain match, the arsonist, Jay Burns.
Was the answer minus Morgul?
Minas Morgul is correct.
Okay.
All right.
Hell of a game, JD. Hell of a game, dude.
All right, Grant, why don't you see how these guys are feeling now?
All right, what a match. So we'll go across to our fortunate winner for today's match, Jay the Arsonist Burns. How does it feel after that, and how does it feel to be in the finals and fighting for a title in IG?
Well, I'll just flat out tell you this. Inner Geekdom is, as I've said here, and I will continue to say, the place where I can show that I will thrive. I am fortunate and lucky today to be advancing to this King of the Mountain match. King of the Hill match, King of the Mountain. That being said, I want to throw nothing but praise to my opponent today. He pulled some questions out that I was definitely not 100% sure even I could pull. So nothing but respect and props to him, and I look forward to playing him again.
All right, so now we'll go across to JD, our unfortunate second place finisher. You had a close one there, JD. You had a challenge that didn't go your way. You got Back to the Future in your second round. Plants, pine trees, and planets seem to have foiled you on that one. Where do you think it all went wrong, buddy?
I think it all went wrong when I couldn't pull the Vulcan answer when I knew it in my head. I just couldn't get to it fast enough.
That is for sure. And is there anyone that you would like to challenge next in Inner Geekdom?
As of right now, I can't think of anybody. I'm waiting for James to give me my match against Nicole, but other than that, nobody comes to mind.
Well, we definitely hope we see you sticking around with IG. You had a good score. You ended up with 10 points by the end of it. Nothing to scoff at. And I'll throw it back over to the host.
Absolutely great match by both of these gentlemen. Take nothing away from either one of them. Yeah, sometimes you have those moments where you can't pull an answer. We've all had them. We've all been there. Don't let it get to you, JD. It happens to us all. You'll bounce back, I have no doubt. And as far as your match with Nicole goes, give me some time to get in touch with her, see if she's even interested in playing an IG, because if she says there's no way she's doing it, then I got to find other, maybe I'll put you up against Haven. Maybe he wants to take a shot at you in IG. We'll see what happens. But overall, like I said, I'm very happy with the way today's qualifier turned out. I can't wait to see what Jay does in the King of the Mountain. I know that's going to be a huge test for every Inner Geekdom competitor. So, yeah, that's going to do it here at Jack of All Trivia, folks. Let's go ahead around the horn. First up, starting off with, like you said, our second place finisher today, Mr. JD West. JD, where can everybody find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at JD West Films. Just capitalize the JD and W. You can find me at Instagram under the same username. Just have the JDW lowercase.
All right, good stuff. And to our winner today, our qualifier, Mr. Jay Burns. Jay, where can the good people find you?
Okay, so I have a list. Bear with me. It's like 5 or 6 things long, and I might not remember them. You can find me on Twitter at jburns253. You can find me on Letterboxd at JR JBR253. You can find me on Instagram at BarGangBurns. You can find me on Facebook at JBurns. You can find me on YouTube at JBurns Reacts, which will ultimately be changing its name here soon. Updates to come.
All right, good deal. And for my co-host today, Mr. Grant Gregory. Grant, where can everybody find you?
Well, you can find me anywhere where there's good trivia. I'm either playing it, watching it, or hosting it. So Jack of all trivia and the Comic Book League. We got our singles roster starting up, and coming up at the end of the week, we'll be having our very first tag team match, which will be going towards our tag team tournament.
Very cool, very cool. And of course, you can always find me. I'm at James Shimo on YouTube. You can find me there doing movie trivia schmodown reactions, death battle reactions when I can remember to actually record them. You can also find me there doing trailer reactions. My show, Sweating It Out, where a bunch of sweaty nerds just like all of us get together, discuss things over and over, 3-4 hour periods. I'm actually getting an episode set up where we discuss our top 10 favorite kaiju films. So if anybody wants in on that, you're more than welcome to join. And I'm also getting ready to start doing a new thing where I'm going to start putting out polls here in Jack of All Trivia. You guys can vote on a movie that you want me to watch, do like a live watch along with, and react to as I'm watching it. So be on the lookout for that. And you can also find me always here at Jack of All Trivia running these IG matches. You can find me competing in wrestling and in movies, and you can find me on Schmodown All Access every single Sunday. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, for Grant Gregory, for the Arsonist Jay Burns, for the Brawler JD West, I am, of course, the King of Hearts James Shimo, and I will bid you all adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!